Howdy everyone, Pete Daddy here. I have just completed the brand new FUT Birthday Arturo Vidal SBC. This card looks like an absolute monster. He's got some bagels.
We got bagels! Whoa!
I wanted to take him into a couple matches, review him for you guys, let you know if he's worth it or not. But before we begin, if you're new here, please make sure to subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate it. So let's just start with his FUT Birthday boost. He has been upgraded to 5-star skill moves, which makes him even more OP in my opinion. Seems like skill moves are one of the most important things this year. However, in the midfield, I would have been fine if they would have made him 5-star weak foot and left his skill moves alone, but I'm completely fine with the 5-star skill moves. Obviously, high work rates. I do like that because I like my midfielders to move. I feel like when they're medium, sometimes they just they don't attack, they don't defend, they just kind of hang around. I want my midfielders doing something. I want them somewhere where I can pick them, where I know they're going to be somewhere. And what I recommend for Chem Style on this card, I still think you want to go with Shadow because you want to really maximize out that pace a little bit. Now, I am playing Vidal, and that's probably one of his weakest things. I'm playing him off Chem. He's going to be on 8 chemistry. He's still in the right position, still going to get the manager boost. But I think that would also give a fair assessment because he's not the easiest to link unless you're going to really surround him with icons or if you already have a Serie A team. And for me personally, I don't really like the Serie A backline options. Maybe I'll end up going with Smalling or something like that. We'll test out Vidal and see how much we want to change everything around. But for now, I'm just going to have him on 8 Chem. And I think that'll be enough to give a fair comparison. But I do recommend the Shadow Chem style. I could make a case maybe for Engine just to boost that agility and balance a little bit. But I think Shadow is just going to maximize what Vidal's going to do best. He's going to be a monster for you in the midfield. He's got that great strength. He's got that good body type in game 2 where he's just kind of like that bulldog out there. He's got a unique body type able to just flow out in the midfield and take care of things. Has great attacking stats, great defending stats, going to be a little bit of everything for you. I'm going to play him more as my smasher in the midfield, and I'm going to play Alphonso Davies. He does have the power header trait. I don't know whether that will come into play too much because he's not that tall. You know, he's not short out there. He's not a Conte out there, but he's also not Sissoko or Vieira or someone like that in the midfield. But as far as how I'm going to play him or primarily in game, I'll show you guys how we'll line up. We'll be in the 3-5-2 primarily in this formation with Vidal and Alphonso Davies playing that CDM role. Davies will be more, he's going to be on the balance instruction. Vidal is going to be on a stay back while attacking instruction. But I play a very high line. I'm playing 7 defensive depth, so I'm completely fine if Vidal pushes forward some too because I'll also, with that high work rate, I think he will also track back for us. But let's get into a match. Let's test him out, see what he's going to do, if he's going to be epic for us. And again, like I said, I was talking about maybe how we could link him. I love this Lars Bender though, so that's the thing. I've fallen in love with this Bundesliga backline. Now I could certainly trade in Tapsoba for Smalling. I think that what if Chris Smalling I think has a really strong card. We can maybe get that Zambrata right back moments card. That's an SBC instead of Bender. But, I just don't know exactly what I'm going to do. We'll have to think about that. Let's test out Vidal first and foremost. We're going to go into a division rivals match. This will be in Division 1, just so you know where we are playing at as far as comparison purposes, and let's see what we can get matched up with. All right, looks like we're going up against some type of Manchester United team. They've got a lot of players. I guess the only one to see Lozano I don't think has ever had any ties to Man U, but it looks like every single other player. They're even playing Henderson in goal over De Gea, so we'll see how this matchup goes. I guess they needed Henderson to also link Smalling, if I remember correctly, but we'll give Vidal a good test out against some of these Man U boys here. Ooh, Vidal right there with a nice monster block. I'm not sure how he got across. Well, honestly, I'm not sure how the pass got through, but Vidal was well aware in a good area, able to get over there first. Nice contribution from Vidal. All right, let's get Vidal on the ball. We've got to remember that he does have 5-star skill moves. He feels pretty smooth on his skill moves, actually. Like that La Croqueta was smooth. His Elastico was smooth. So I will say, sometimes you're not for sure with a body type like Vidal, but I guess with the dribbling ability he has, it's just really nice. I mean, we have McSauce here kind of scared to come out on him. There we go. That he drew the foul right there off of McSauce, so perfect. Great job from Vidal. It's really smooth on the ball already. Vidal, very nice pass right there to Mbappe. Getting him out in space. Oh, that could have been a Vidal assist. That would have been nice. That would have been pretty. I feel like Vidal just feels really smooth on the ball. Like that dribble stays close to him. Everything is nice. So, I mean, I feel like you can do a lot of different things with Vidal. I still feel like his main role will just be as an amazing, like, two-way midfielder or even your smasher that can just win the ball back for you, but then is also going to have some attacking ability. So, everything is so good so far with Vidal. And what I really like there, Vidal was pushing forward. He is my CDM on stay back. He was driving forward, but he still stayed, followed his instructions where he was supposed to be. Loving his positioning, feeling, gosh, he feels so good on the ball. He's strong. Vidal with the really nice interception. All right, let's test Vidal out in one more match, going up against a really strong team here. They even have the FUT Birthday Mendy. Starting to see him trickle in a little bit into some squads. Some people trying to use him. They've got the Curtis Jones. They've got Eto. So got some really strong cards we're going to have to put up with. This match, I'm just going to play my normal style. The first match, I tried to kind of force the ball to Vidal, see how he felt. This time, I'm just going to try to go play my normal style and see what happens. Vidal at the back there making the nice saving tackle. He's very clean on his tackles, very smooth with all jockey movements. I love that like low center of gravity that Vidal seems to have, even though he's not like a tiny player like Conte. Just the way he's built, he just feels like he has that low center of gravity that just moves really well. Nice pass in. CR7, you got to hold on to that, brother. But Vidal stepping up again. Just everywhere on the pitch for us. Vidal driving right by his opponent in the midfield. Come on, I cannot. Now, one thing I will point out here is that we are about the 80th minute. Vidal is a little bit tired. Now, I do ask a lot out of my players in this formation that I play. So he is doing a lot of work, but just do want to point out that he is pretty spent at this point. He's still putting in a shift. You could see there he was just really defending. Going to have to defend again with him. So, I mean, he's still moving. He's still really smooth on the ball, but just want to point out he is starting to get a little winded. But still, there he is again, wanting to be involved, feeling good on the ball. Nice pass. Maybe can lead to the goal if... Connection is just so horrible right now, boys. Cannot control the ball. So one thing to point out from this last match, it was a bit of a sluggish affair. Now, it wasn't the worst connection in the world. It was a playable connection, but it was kind of the normal. And Vidal still played really well. And I want to point out he had the highest rating of any player, you know, outside of the keeper was actually the player of the match here. But he had a 7.8 rating, which was better than anyone else had on either side of the team. So Vidal was getting involved in a lot of different things. Let's just take a look at it. Let's see. He had no shots on. It was kind of shots were kind of few and far between. But look at those passes. 33 out of 34 passes. So Vidal was really involved in a lot of different things. A lot of different dribbles. So Vidal just seemed to present himself both in attack and defense. Just was everywhere out there for us. So I really, really like that about Vidal. Now, just to give my final thoughts on Vidal, I think he is well worth completing if you can fit him into your club. He was an absolute monster out there for us. He was getting involved in attack. He was coming back on defense. He was winning tackles. He was placing beautiful passes. And come to think of it, I can't even really think of a pass that he placed poorly, which in this FIFA is something special to say. If I had to give one weakness to the card, it would just be the link options. I don't really feel there's another Inter player that would link well with him. Now, there is Lautaro Martinez. I don't think he is that great this year personally. I loved Lautaro last year. Just don't feel he's quite the same this year. There is a new FUT Birthday Perisic that maybe we could play around with, but when I compared him to that Kulusevski, it felt like Kulusevski was still miles better than Perisic. So, but maybe that's something we can look into. I don't know if you would link him with icon links or exactly what you would do if you wanted to get him on 10 Chem. I just feel some of the Serie A backline options are not as strong as some other leagues. Like I think I mentioned before, Bundesliga has some amazing options. La Liga has some amazing amazing option. So I don't know that Serie A is going to be quite as strong, although there is that what if Chris Smalling. Maybe we can use him and somebody else. I'll play around with it a little bit more because, like I said, I do wish I could get him on 10 chemistry, and I wanted to test him first before I made some major changes to my team to see if I liked him. I like him enough to where I think I'm going to try to figure out a way to get him on 10 chemistries to see what he can do. And just to let you know what I think of Vidal in game, I had Team of the Year Joshua Kimmich on my team. I sold him to bring Vidal into the club. One, because that brings in a lot of coins into the team that we'll use for other upgrades, or we'll use for even save for Team of the Season. I'm not sure at this point. But, you know, that just tells you the level of card I think this Vidal can be at. But anyways, boys, this is going to wrap it up for now. If you are new here, please make sure to subscribe down below. Check the description, join my Discord server, but I will see you soon. Take care. Bye.